So this time last year, I used to work in an Italian restaurant in London, and I used to be a waiter. Now I used to work in the kitchen. I used to be a waiter, and at the time, I used to work like a madman. I used to work like 50 to 60 hours every single week in hospitality, which, let me tell you something, guys. It's not like working in an office. Like when you work in an office, yeah, you're sitting down doing your laptop work, whatever. When you work in hospitality, you're literally on your feet like the whole time, apart from when you have a break. But I'll get into that later. I was literally about to spoil the video. I don't want to do that yet. But anyway, I was working like 50 to 60 hours a week. I was working like 6, sometimes even like 7 days a week. Like I was literally like, all I was doing was literally working, okay? Now, at the time, I used to live quite far from my work. I used to live like an hour away from it. So I would have to wake up at least 2 hours before work, half an hour to get ready, have breakfast, shower, everything. And then I would leave my house at like 9 o'clock, be at work at like 10 o'clock, which was the time that I would start. And then I would work from 10 in the morning until 11 p.m. when the restaurant would close. Deep it, please. Please deep what I just said. I used to work from 10 in the morning. So I used to leave my house at like 9, get there at 10, work from 10 in the morning all the way to 11 p.m. Sometimes even 11:30 because in summer, this place was busy as fuck, okay? Now, why am I telling you this? Like, you're probably thinking like, yeah, but I don't give a fuck. Like, everyone's got, jobs. I'm working a job. Everyone's got their own fucking problems. Why are you telling me this? Well, I'm telling you this because I'm tired of people saying that they don't have the time to train. Like, people that say that they don't have the time to train, I cannot stand those people. Like, that's the reason why I'm telling you this, because even though I was working from 10 in the morning until 11 p.m, I'd still find the time to exercise or to train, even to do like 10 push-ups, okay? Because even if you do that, that's like better than not doing anything at all. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm telling you. Now, you might be asking yourself, yeah, but like if you're waking up at 8, leaving your house at 9, finishing at like 11:30 p.m. And guys, by the way, like I would finish like work at 11:30 p.m, 11:30, and I would get home at like 1 in the morning, okay? Because most of the times the tube wasn't even working. Like it was fucked, okay? It was literally fucked. Let me just adjust this very quickly. So yeah, so where was I finding the time to train? Now you might think, oh yeah, you probably like woke up like half an hour before, so maybe you were doing like some push-ups and some pull-ups. I try to do that sometimes, but unfortunately, I was getting home at 1 in the morning. I would probably fall asleep at like 1:30 because I would still have like a lot of adrenaline still in me from that very long shift. So the minimum that I wanted was at least sleeping like at minimum 6 to 7 hours a night, okay? That's like the minimum which I wanted for my body, okay? So I didn't wake up before. I could have, but I didn't. Instead, I was training on my 1 hour break. So during this long shifts, and by the way, guys, I used to do the shift from 10, 11. It wasn't 7 days a week. Like I used to do the shift probably like 4 times a week, I would say. The rest were like 5 to close. So I would of course train like in the morning, or maybe sometimes I would work from like 10 to 6. I would have time to train in the evening. But during those shifts, so like during the majority of the days where I was working like from 10 in the morning to 11 p.m. at night, so I'd say 3 to 4 times a week, I would train on my break. I would literally train the only hour that I have for myself, that I could enjoy a fucking meal, that I could like maybe socialize with my colleagues, or like go phone, for example, I don't know, my parents, or like, I don't know, my girl or something. No. I would go to the park, which was like a 3-minute walk away from the restaurant. This park had like swings, where the little kids, they go on the fucking swings. Luckily, there was no fucking kids on the park because it was always empty for some reason. Better for me, because I had it all for myself, of course. I would literally go on the swing, do my like 10 pull-ups, followed by 20 push-ups, and I would do 10 sets. So this is exactly what I do. 10 pull-ups, followed by 20 push-ups for 10 sets. And then I would finish off with maybe some ab workout. I would probably do some squats. And then I would literally jog back to work. And I'll probably have like 5 to 10 minutes left. I would stuff down my food and then I would get back to work. Why? Because I am obsessed. It's literally because I am obsessed with the gym. I love going to the gym. I love to see my body change. I love to get stronger. I love to become more aesthetics. That's literally why, because I love doing it. Like it's because it's my passion, because I love it. Like there's no other reason why. It's not discipline, guys. Like, yeah, sure, you can say you were so disciplined, blah, blah, blah. But I love doing it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a guitarist. Of course, he's going to find the time during the day to play some guitar. Of course, because he loves doing it. Like, do you think Slash from Guns N' Roses, I don't know if you know that band, if he was like working from like 10 to 11 in a restaurant, do you think he would never find a little bit of time to like play some guitar? Whether that could be, I don't know, on his break at work, or maybe before going to work, or maybe like after in the evening. Of course he would find the time. Why? Because he's obsessed and he made it. And because I want to fucking make it in this business, and also in like, I just want to become like the best version of myself. Of course I'm going to find the time to train, to dedicate at least minimum half an hour to an hour for my health and for my body, which is the only thing that we actually own, okay? So for the people that say, oh, I don't have the time to train, you don't want it bad enough. I'm sorry to say this, you do not want it bad enough. Because if you want to, you can wake up either half an hour before, you can go to bed half an hour after, or during the day on your break at work. Then yes, of course you can. Like, there's many people that are probably watching this video. You guys work a 9 to 5. You work a 9 to 5 and you're telling me you don't have the time to train. Like, what? Are you serious? Oh yeah, but I got like no. Actually, what I was trying to find excuses for this guy saying, oh yeah, but I need to go to the grocery store, but then I need to like make dinner for myself, but then I need to like feed the kids. No, 30 minutes. You can do it on your break at work. Like at work, if you work at 9 to 5, all you're doing, you're sitting down, typing on a laptop. Or then you have like what do you have, like half an hour break, 1 hour break? I don't know. Like, are you telling me you can't go to like you can't literally like, or even in your office, bro, you can't even do like 10 push-ups for like, I don't know, 5 sets? Or you can't even go to like the local park next to your office and maybe like, you know, do some squats? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Trust me, yes, you can. Or if you can't do that because you're too embarrassed to do that, well, then you finish work at 5, you have basically like the whole afternoon and the whole evening to train, even for half an hour, bro. And guys, like, you don't need the fanciest gym. You don't even need to go to a gym if you want to like train. You know what I mean? Just go home and do some push-ups in your room, because that's how I started training. I literally started training, but then just push-ups in my room, and I got, you know, not a great physique, because of course at one point, once you reach a certain level, you need to lift some weight. But if you basically never trained, you don't need the fancy equipment, you don't need the fanciest gym or the fanciest workout routine or like a coach to tell you exactly what to do. You can literally go back to your house, do some like 50 push-ups. Do like 10 sets of 5 push-ups, okay? I'm sure you can do it. I'm sure you got the time to do that. Like, I'm sure you can do that. Like, what's the screen time? Check now. Pause this video, go check your screen time, and then tell me what it was. 3 hours, 2 hours, even if it's like 2 hours, which is not even a lot, you can reduce that by like half an hour and like do some push-ups. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm sure you can do that. But anyway, the reason why like I was just so like, the reason why I was training on my break, it was because, you know, I was just like, I am, because I love doing what I do. This is literally why, because I love like training. Like, I like it. I genuinely like pushing myself to a certain point. You know what I mean? I love to like sweat. I love to like grind whilst I'm training and like looking at the pump after my workout. It's literally called passion. This is literally my passion, and of course I'm going to do it. As I said before, do you think, for example, like Ronaldo, if he was working from 10 to 11, do you really think he was never going to like play football even for like 2 minutes, even to like kick a ball for like half an hour? Trust me, he would have found the time. Trust me, he would have found the time. Now, I'm talking about fitness here, but this could be for anything. Like, you could let's say that you want to really, really become a good piano player, and you work like 14 hours a day. Like, are you really sure if you got a piano at home, you can't even sit down and like play for 10 minutes? The guys, like, we need to sacrifice some things sometimes, okay? In my case, I sacrificed an hour of chilling and like eating food and like talking to my colleagues. I had to sacrifice that for what? To train. Now, of course, it's not sustainable because I did that for like maybe like a year and a half. It's not sustainable, of course. I quit that job. But for the time being, you can sacrifice a few things for what you really, really want to do. Come on. You can sacrifice like an hour of your fucking screen time scrolling on social media to do what to do your passion, to like dedicate your time and energy onto something you love, which is your passion. I'm sure you can do that, right? Come on. Like, you really telling me you don't have like 30 minutes during the day? Like, many of you guys probably go to school, and when I used to go to school, my routine was like, I used to have school from like 9 to like 3:30 here in the UK. So I moved to this, I'm Italian by the way. I moved to this country when I was 12 or something. And I remember in secondary school, I used to go to school from like 9 to like 3:30. You literally have like the whole rest of the day after 3:30 to do some workout, okay? To literally train. What, do you have a homework? How long a homework gonna take? Literally work. You don't have to train for 2 hours, by the way. Like, just to make it clear, you don't even have to train for an hour. You can literally, like, just if you want to like be fit and just like be active, you can train for half an hour, no problem. Now, of course, at one point, if you want to like step it up, you have to train for longer. You have to go to a gym. But when you're just starting, just to get like the momentum going, you know what I mean? Just to like get you started, mate, go do some fucking push-ups, bro. How bad do you want this? Like, seriously. You say you want to get in shape. You say you want to change yourself. You say you want to transform yourself because you feel ugly, you feel like a loser now because you're not in shape. You can't attract any girls because, trust me, bro, girls like muscles. Don't listen to girls, by the way, that say, I like skinny guys. I like someone with a dad bod. They don't. They don't. Trust me, they don't. Come on. Please. Like, really, it's really, really that time to lock in right now. Because if you're watching this video, especially if you watched it up to this point, I've been recording for like 12 minutes. Especially if you watched it up to this point, I know you are serious about yourself. I know for a fact that you are really serious about yourself and you actually want to change. So come on, 30 minutes a day, just to get the momentum going, just to get you started. Just so that you can see that change that fitness gives you. So that you get even more motivated. So that then you would want to train for more in the actual gym. Okay? But please, you do have the time to train if you can find it. You have 24 hours in a day. 8, you sleep. You're left with what? 16. 8, you work. You're left with 8. Then what? Let's say that you eat for like 3 hours. Okay. How many? What were you on? Like 5 hours. Your screen time 2 hours. You're left with 3 hours. Like, then what? Like, you're showering, you're getting ready and everything. Sure, take 2 hours away from that as well. If you really want to exaggerate, you're left with like an hour. You sure you can't dedicate it to your, like, you know, for your health? Do you want to live longer? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Is like, come on. Like, I'm sure you do have the time. And now, of course, it's going to be very uncomfortable because you might say, oh yeah, but the only time I have is to work on my break, and I don't want people to judge me, guys. I don't want like my colleagues to see me doing push-ups. Bro, like, what do you want me to say to that? Like, you're a pussy. Like, seriously. Like, bro, what do you want me to say about that? Like, people in my fucking work, they used to call me gym freak because they would literally see me go into the park and train. Do you think I gave a fuck? Do you think that stopped me from like achieving the physique of my dreams? No, of course not. Why? Because I love doing this. Now, if you don't love it just yet, trust me, when you will see a little bit of progress, even a little bit, you will start loving it, and that's when you will not give a fuck. But at first, you just simply need to like close your ears and just like do what you are supposed to be doing. Okay? Come on. Like, this video was like purely to motivate you into like, you know, finding the time, even if it's not working out, even if it's like just like going on a run, just like dedicate it to something for you. Okay? Find the time and space to work on your goals, to work on your physical health, or maybe to like practice the guitar because that's your like hobby number one. Okay? In my case, it was the gym. Maybe if you're watching this video because I mainly talk about fitness, the gym might be the case for you as well. But if it's not, if it's like football, basketball, writing, reading, I am sure you can find the time to dedicate it dedicate some time for that hobby, okay, during the day. I'm sure you can find the time to dedicate yourself to that hobby, even if you work 12 hours a day, because that's how I used to work, okay? And I am not better than you, okay? I am, like, we're literally humans. I breathe, you breathe, okay? Breathe the same oxygen. So understand that you can if you want to, okay? Now, if you want to be followed by me because I offer one-on-one coaching, please DM me on Instagram and I will help you transform yourself. I also wrote a mini guide on how I was able to like transform myself. So how I became more attractive, more muscular, how I got the respect from guys and I started attracting more girls. I wrote a mini guide on that as well. But I help you on that on my one-on-one coaching package anyway. So DM me on Instagram for that. And that's all I had to say for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.